I'm Jessica Lynn, and thank you for joining me. This is another one in a series of happiness tips videos as part of the Serenity Experience in Riverside. This is an art installation, multi-sensory, multimedia, all available online that I've done in collaboration with the Riverside BIA, and there are 10 physical locations for the installation in the Riverside neighborhood of Toronto. And it's also, as I mentioned, all online. There's a link in my bio. There's loads of, there are virtual tours. There's a scavenger hunt that you can do from anywhere. There's a series of happiness tips videos. Here you are. There's also a do-it-yourself Serenity workshop that we have uploaded the video for. And this coming weekend, we're going to be kicking off a virtual mini retreat. And this is flexible to your schedule. There's a 2-week window. You do it whenever you can find time for it. Maybe it's one evening or afternoon. Maybe it's 3 days that you block off on your calendar and do this. Whatever you want. It's free. Join us. So there are still spaces available. There's a link in my bio. And today I have a happiness tip that is not only for you, it's for the planet. So I don't know about you guys, but it breaks my heart, all the garbage, the single-use plastic kind of garbage. And we had a problem with that already as a species, as a planet. And then the pandemic hit, and of course you've got to worry about things like gloves, PPE. But a lot of this stuff is just getting used once and going in the garbage. And I have a hard time with that, and I know a lot of you probably have a hard time with that too, even though it's a necessary evil, I'm gonna say. So what I've been trying to focus on to balance that is to think of small eco-friendly changes that I can make around the house. Some of these are gonna be like things that you use. I have examples here. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff. And what I encourage is start small. Just do one little change, because once you've changed that one thing, then a month later, if you feel like you can change one more thing, then you can. Or if it's 3 months later, then you can. Or if it's a year later, you can. But eventually down the road, you'll realize that you've changed a dozen things without really it feeling like too much effort all at once. So I think it's a great idea. I hope you'll join me in this quest. And yeah, it could be things that are about your household. So maybe getting a big bulk thing of dish soap and putting it in a reusable container instead of always buying the plastic bottle that you just use once and throw out. Or maybe it's about personal care items is another super easy one as a big category of things that you shop for that we can target. So I have a couple of examples for both. Here's one of my favorites is it's backwards, I realize that. But stainless razor rather than plastic, reusable, disposable razors. This is saving a ton of plastic from landfill and from ending up in the ocean and that sort of thing. Likewise, the bamboo toothbrush. So this one, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a few days to get used to the feel of bamboo rather than plastic, but there are all sorts of different companies that make these, and this one has a pretty nice shape to it. It feels nice, it's good, it's comfortable, and this is bamboo. First of all, grows like a weed. I don't know if you've ever had bamboo on your property, but it's an incredibly renewable resource as far as wood items are concerned, and it's also biodegradable because it's bamboo. I have another suggestion, and these are made out of bamboo as well, believe it or not. I find that miraculous. These are makeup removers. So I'm not wearing a lot of makeup these days, you've probably noticed, but even anything you're using, like a toner, anything like that on your face, you can use these and then just wash them and reuse them instead of throwing out all those old cotton balls or whatever you were using. Speaking of cotton, you know, Q-tips. This blew my mind when I saw it. It's a reusable Q-tip. It comes in a little, it's like some sort of sword display case or something. But you just use it, you wash it, you let it dry, you use it again. So you're not throwing out Q-tips. Which over the span of your lifetime, if you think of how many Q-tips you probably use, that's a lot, even if it's just you. If you have a family in your house, then it's loads. So one last personal care thing. This I love. It's dental floss that doesn't have plastic and weird things involved. I never really thought about what is dental floss made of, but this stuff is biodegradable and it comes in a stainless thing, and you can just get refills for the floss part. So you're just dropping in new floss without a new container every time. And then in the kitchen, here's a couple of my favorite things. Silicone straws. These are nice. I don't love glass straws or stainless ones. I don't know why, it's personal preference. Try them. Try them yourself and see what you like. But I've been super happy with the silicone ones, and I love that they come in different colors, and you can get the little straw pipe cleaner thing to clean it out so you feel good about it. And then finally, I have a couple of, these are like paper towels essentially, but reusable paper towels. So it's made out of something that's biodegradable, but you can reuse them. So you use it and, you know, rinse it out and keep it on your countertop or whatever, or just throw it in the wash and wash it, and then don't put it in the dryer. And then when they've kind of reached the end of their natural life, it's biodegradable. You just bury it in your garden or you put it in your green bin. Amazing. And it's not bleached or anything. And they also have versions that are like a washcloth. So it's a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but it's a bit thicker. These soften up, by the way, both of them. When they're wet, they just become like a regular cloth. It's soft. And the same, you just use this until it's done, and you'll know when it's done. We've used some of them into the ground, so to speak, already. And they basically just start to kind of fall apart's the wrong word, but almost molt, sort of. And then you're just like, okay, this one's done, and we'll move on to the next one. So I strongly encourage you to find one thing that resonates, that you think, okay, here's a thing I use all the time, and I use it once and I throw it away, or whatever. I could be using reusable bottles in a bulk item, that sort of thing. Think of one of those things and put it on your list of things, your grocery list or whatever that list is, and invest in that thing. I have another one that I really love that I forgot about, Beeswax Wraps. These are super popular. They smell delicious. They look amazing. When you've wrapped your food up and it's in the fridge, you can use it to wrap. Like once you've cut open a lemon or something, you can wrap the lemon. You can use it for cheese. You can use it for all sorts of things, vegetables. And they smell good. Did I mention that? Anyway, those are very popular as sort of like a gateway tipping point item when it comes to reusable, so that you're not using saran wrap or tin foil or whatever to wrap up your stuff, your leftovers that need to be preserved in the fridge. So that's it. If you have any ideas that I haven't mentioned that you want to share in the comments so that everybody else can see them, I would love that. That would be fantastic. Happy eco-changing, and I hope this is a fun one for you guys, and I hope you feel good about it. And I also hope to see you again soon. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.